Creating value doesn't start and stop with your products, your services. Creating value can also be you. And Alex, I thought of you. Creating value can be the individual. Creating value can be your energy when you first get to the home, your smile, the little extra steps that you take after the fact, the thank you cards, the follow-up, the follow-through, how well you take care of your client. In other words, creating value can also be you, right? Like you can dictate creating that value. The proposition or the path to a sales process is creating urgency, creating value, price conditioning typically, and then closing, right? And a couple other steps thrown in there, but those things, creating value, creating urgency, have got to exist. They have to. And if you don't start with that door opening and you got the big smile on, like, hey, how are you? You know what I mean? Dude, you're doing yourself a huge disservice because you are the value, right? People literally buy from people that they like, and you can create value by just being yourself, likable, high energy, right? Very attentive. So a few actionable ways that you can do that are writing notes. I know that sounds silly, but while they're speaking, take notes. Take notes. Like that's something that when I dug these things up, oh shit, dude, I probably haven't done that in years, right? Take notes. To them, it signifies that you're listening. They're really being heard, right? You're really paying attention. You actually care. Taking notes, right? Like what's something that's very important to you to find in a company that you're doing business with? And I'm writing it down. I'm taking notes on I'm finding things to take notes about, right? Creating value can also be in a survey, right? And that survey could be something that we provide you, and we have done that in the past, or something that you create yourself that generates and sniffs out things like hot buttons, which is that one thing or two things that's going to cause that customer to lock onto your company. Could be something like, hey, we're veteran owned and operated, and that person's got a child that's in the military overseas right now, and that's a hot button. The second thing is their pain points. We could use a survey to create value and provide them value by identifying what their problems are with their current situation. Their pain points are those problems. So things like, hey, I've got a leaky roof would be the most obvious, okay? Or a lot of what we're looking at is so obvious because we know most of the pain points. You got shingles blowing off, you got leaks, you got this, I just went up on your roof and saw it, right? But taking notes, asking questions, being attentive, and doing so with high energy, I'm telling you, man, the way you're sitting looking at me, if you do that and ask a question and listen to a client that way, the value is created and the rapport is created and the connection is created, so you won't have the issues that a lot of people have. Lee did $3 million by himself last year, right? He was a machine. He had a lot of issues. He moved very quickly. He didn't do those things. So while he made a lot of money, he could have made a shit ton more.